Hello everyone, welcome to Green Gander 75. My name is Buddy and we are in a little bit of a different location, and we're joined here with my father Zeke. So we're right now in my dad's workshop, basically where I pretty much grew up doing lots of things and learned how to be a good worker and learning how to do metal work somewhat, and lots of woodwork. So one of the first things we're going to do here is welcome Dad, also known as Zeke, and let's talk about a few things that you've done here in the shop, and go over a little bit of stuff in your scrapbook, and I'm sure people are going to be interested in seeing that.
Okay, well, oh gosh, back when y'all were real small, I got interested in woodworking because I'd been interested back in woodshop in high school, and I took a adult education course in it, and then Mom and I built this workshop. I bought a shopsmith and a bunch of other tools, and I built furniture. My specialty was Queen Anne style furniture with the carbriole legs and so forth, and I usually did most of my work in cherry wood. I did that for many years until, well, you and Becky left home, and Mom eventually got to where she couldn't lift anything, and then I had to do something lighter. So I decided to become a painter, and I'm now a Florida landscape artist. I paint Florida wilds and lighthouses.
Okay. Well,
oh, I still make picture frames, so I do a little woodworking.
Well, Dad's got a scrapbook out here, so we're going to go through and look at a few things that he's made over the years, and then once we're done with that, we're going to take a look at a few of his paintings, and we'll talk about his paintings, and we'll also put down in a link below where you can actually have an opportunity to purchase one of those paintings.
Here's a picture of two armoires that I built some time back. It's for the same person, sort of his and her. And let's
so
see.
these armoires. So what are they made of? And
they're made of spruce or ponderosa pine. See, well, now, over here, now this is a little something I designed. It's called a sewing stool. It's kind of a hassock, but it lifts up and it has the area for your spools and needles and so forth inside of it. That's made of cherry wood.
Okay.
And let's see here. Oh, you've got this roll top desk. The roll top desk is just well, it's a simple, small roll top, and it's only 2/3 of a full-size roll top because there's only drawers on one side, and it has the regular rolling timber. It's just a nice desk I built for Buddy here when he was a teenager and he needed a desk to do his homework, so I built that little rascal. And over here is one I built for our daughter Becky. It's a little different style writing desk.
So here's going to be an interesting one. I think you'll enjoy. Here's a young me building an Eiffel Tower with my dad, and thoroughly enjoyed that. And so let's see here, 7th grade social studies class. Pretty neat, and we actually still have that Eiffel Tower.
And not only that, it is to scale. Buddy and his mom went down to the library and got the information, and we figured it out to scale. And they didn't believe that he could build this from scratch. Actually, that's made of a spruce 2x4. But we worked together on it, and we had to furnish photographic proof that he worked on it. But he did. It was quite a project.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
We figured it out as we went along. Some folks accuse us of using a kit, but we don't use kits. Over here, this is a cherry wood desk I built for myself. That's it there. I had originally was going to make a roll top out of it. It was supposed to be a roll top. I had the top made. I had made the timber, had the top part made. And a friend of mine wanted me to build a project for him. So we spent about 2 months, or maybe 3, building a project for him. And I got back to this, and the top part I had made had warped. So I threw that in a scrap wood pile, and I just left it like that.
I remember later on you said you were kind of glad you did that.
Yes, I did, because it would have, that desk right now is piled so high with stuff. If I'd have had that timber on there, I wouldn't have had the room I have now. Well, now let's see here. I got into Queen Anne style furniture, and I designed and built this cherrywood washstand here. That's the first really large piece of cherrywood furniture that I built. Well, now my daughter and her husband wanted a glass-fronted bookcase, so I built that.
Oh wow! Now you turned this
Oh
top
yes,
piece yourself.
it's all turned. All the moldings and everything are handmade. Yeah, on this. Well, sometime later I was asked to build a grandfather's clock, so I got a plan and modified it. For a 6-foot clock, I made it into a 7-foot clock, and everything there is homemade wood-wise, except for this molding up here. That I had to purchase. I can't do that. Other than that, everything there is handmade. Here, I'm very proud of this here. This is my record cabinet. And all the carvings, you know, they're all, I did the carvings, so forth. And this is a hutch I made for you and Amanda right there. So, and that's made of oak from South Carolina. Okay. Let's see. The only other thing I have is the last thing is a 4-poster maple bed I made for you and Amanda. That's the last large piece of furniture I made in 2012. That's when I went into painting.
So this is one of the first projects that I had a real hand in doing a lot of it myself under the direction of Dad, and he really got my feet wet in doing woodworking. And so this was I needed more room in my bedroom. And we had a big full-size bed in there, and it was kind of tight being in my bedroom, so I wanted a smaller bed. And I also wanted to do something, you know, to get more woodworking experience. So we found and came up with the plans here for this captain's bed, and this was my bed for many years, and still have it, and it came out really nice.
Well, this painting is called Swamp House, and it's not of an actual place, but it's of scenes that I have seen when out in the woods and in the swamps, and so I just sort of put it together, and it's a typical of a Florida swamp, cypress swamp. I love to paint cypress trees, and with a cracker's cabin there at the edge of the swamp. It's just sort of typical of wild Florida.
Okay.
This is a picture of the St. Mark's Lighthouse. Now, I didn't have a photograph, so my wife, she Googled up a number of pictures, and I went through some magazines and found it, and so I used them for reference. I didn't copy any, but I used it for reference as St. Mark's Lighthouse by sunset. And it's up in the Panhandle, Florida there. It's a very picturesque lighthouse. So, anyway, I like to paint lighthouses, so I thought a sunset scene would be real nice.
Okay.
I painted another one at dawn, but I don't even have a photograph of that one. I just painted it the other day.
Oh, okay.
This is of Orange Lake. A nephew and his wife were out there on there one day, and they put this on Facebook, so this scene. And Betty Joe called him and asked if it's okay to paint it, and he said, of course. And so I did. It's just a typical scene around the edge of Orange Lake, which is a historic lake, largely made immortal by the writings of Marjorie Kinnan Rawlins. And if any of you haven't read her books, I recommend them highly. She was an excellent writer, and really captured the feeling of old Florida.
Okay.
Cracker, Florida, you might say. This is called Sunset on Melrose Bay. Melrose Bay is the bay off of Lake Santa Fe, right there at the town of Melrose. Town of Melrose was founded around 1870, but they had no railroad anywhere near the town. So they dug a 3-mile canal from Lake Alto, which is at Waldo, over to Lake Santa Fe, and they established a steamship line running from Waldo near the train station through the Lake Alto, through the canal, through the Lake Santa Fe, and then into Melrose Bay. And that was their approach to the little town of Melrose, which was built around the bay there. It was built in old cotton fields. And it was Florida's first planned community. I used to belong to an art gallery over there. That's why I know a little about it. And by the way, Lake Santa Fe is probably one of the most beautiful scenic lakes in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever get a chance to go fishing or boating on there.
Okay. Okay, so that's a few of the paintings and some of the woodworking work that the dad has done over the years. If you're interested in any of those paintings, and he has a lot more, please be sure to click on the link down below in the description. Check out his page, and these paintings are up for sale. Help him out. Pick up one of those paintings and have it put up in your shop or here in the wall in your house. We're here in your shop. What's our plans? What are we going to do today?
Well, we've got a 15-horse, about a 1980 model Johnson outboard motor that needs to be rebuilt.
Okay.
And in order to do that, we need to get it out here in the middle of the floor. So to do that, we need to have a stand. Mm-hmm. So I bought the lumber here.